Okay, welcome everybody. It's been a long hiatus, and as you can tell on the bottom, we have a guest. It is Young Leg from FutTalk. First time we ever have a guest, so this is gonna be a good one. How you doing, Young Leg?
I'm good. I'm happy to be your first guest. I mean, you're starting off high. You got very high. There's a high bar for guests now.
Yeah, very high. I like to hear it.
And how you doing, Jess?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm. You know what I'm saying? I'm realizing how much I miss sports at this point, and just living a life of as an essential employee. One time for all the essential employees out there.
For real. So we're on a very low of football. There is no Premier League. I did get baited yesterday with the whole null and void of the Premier League. I'm gonna take an L on that one. But I was really hoping that Liverpool didn't get the league. Can we all agree on that?
Oh, you already
know. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that we have Young Leg here, I can do a little mini interview because I know you through Twitter. We've had back and forth all the time. What's with the pineapples?
With the pineapples, so my family's Hawaiian, so we have always had pineapples everywhere. Like my grandmother's name was Leilani. It was like the type of grandmother you go see her every Sunday. She cooks dinner for the whole family, and I don't know, just the pineapple is just a great fruit. I mean, stand tall, wear a crown, it tastes great. Tough on the outside, sweet on the inside type of deal. A lot of metaphors that can go in with the pineapple.
Yeah.
All right.
I like it.
All right. So finally, I guess I get some background of pineapples. I always thought it was a pretty cool logo to go with. It was super random, super original. So I was just like, I have to figure this out. On the next question, when did you get like fully, I guess, engulfed in the whole world of soccer?
So are we talking like when I started writing and talking about it? Because I played soccer for like 20 years and I started watching Madrid in like 2002, which like, if you don't know Madrid history, it was a pretty great year for us. Talk about Galacticos. And obviously I was like 8 years old at the time because people are like, oh, you bandwagon. I was like, yeah, I was 8 years old and picked the best team I watched. You're right. But here we are. I'm 25 now, still alive. I'm Madrid. I would say probably when I was like 8 years old is when I really started watching, and then I started really writing when I was in college because I was with the newspaper and with the radio station, so I was always kind of involved with talking and just kind of entertaining and writing, creating a story out of whatever. And soccer has always been my other passion, so it was kind of just meant to be eventually.
Yeah, I got you. All right, cool. Yeah, so because I have read a lot of your articles, other than just listening to your guys' podcast on Spotify. And I found that very interesting that you got a lot of material coming from like basically every angle. And then you also do merch, as I copped some the other day. So I thought that was pretty cool. I had another question and just went, okay, so you watch Premier League. Who's your Premier League team?
I switch it every year, and it always pisses people off because I genuinely don't care about the Premier League. I'm La Liga through and through. This year it was Leicester for me. I'm a big Jamie Vardy guy. I love Harvey Barnes, James Maddison. They've been fun to watch. Maybe not January, February, but like the 4 to 5 months before that, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
They were balling at one point.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm a big La Liga fan. I've never really... Like, I guess you could say I liked Arsenal at one point, mostly because when Mesut Ozil went over to Arsenal, I was like, hey,
Sal likes Arsenal.
Sal made it. So yeah, so you could say when Mesut Ozil went, I was like a big Arsenal fan, but I would say through FIFA, like the game, I had been an Everton fan. So
right on time, Sal. Right on time.
So yeah, I go with that.
Long time. I heard Uncle's name, and I was like, "What the hell's wrong with him?"
For some reason, I always thought like the way you tweeted, you were more like a Chelsea fan. And then here on FieldTalk, we always were doing like an analysis covering Christian Pulisic, which that ended up dying down a lot. One with the injury, and now two with this whole COVID crisis. So I just thought I'd give a little take on that. So you said you became a Real Madrid fan 2002, Galacticos. We all know how that goes. Who's been your favorite player since you've been a fan, like your all-time favorite?
Oh, this is an easy question. It's Sergio Ramos, baby. El Capitan. I played defense my whole life, and like I had the Napoleonic syndrome where it's like, yo, you're tall, I'm gonna take you out. So Sergio Ramos was like, anytime I take someone out, I'm said, welcome to the school of Ramos defending. Like, this is how it goes.
I'll take that. All right, yeah, Ramos is a great answer. I'll definitely take that. Well, Sal, welcome.
Yep. I heard Oko's name. I was about to leave right now. I was like, all right, guys, you don't need me. Bye.
He's in the game. Well, I have a question for him. Tell me about it. This is probably the last one. Tell me about Young Leg, though. How did you get the name Young Leg?
When he asked about the pineapples, I was like, it's usually they ask me about pineapples and then why Young Leg.
Oh yeah, I had to get to
that. Young Leg, honestly, it happened out in Cali. We were visiting a friend of ours just over the summer, like my senior year of high school, and they were like, obviously, some plants were passed around, but they asked, they were like, yeah, you can put Lil or Young in front of everything, and it sounds like a rapper name. And we were like freestyling because we're stupid, and someone knew someone with beats. And I was getting recruited for soccer at the time, so then they started calling me Young Leg, and I just ran with it once I got into radio. I was Young Leg, aka your daughter's favorite DJ.
That's always a good origin story, bro. I like it.
All right, my last question is: when did you start FieldTalk, and how many, I guess, contributors do you have?
Yo, why you put me on the spot like that? I started it probably back in 2018, and I mean, we got like obviously we don't have the people regularly, like we're not a super poppin' podcast like that, but we have like around 400 to like 500 subscribers and like probably around like 100 weekly listens. So those 100 people that are listening to me every week, I'm here for you. I'll keep talking my shit and doing my thing. Even if there's only 5 people listening, I'm here for it. It's one of my passions. I enjoy doing it, as well as apparently some people like listening to it. I appreciate all that.
Well, yeah, we totally get you. We just started August of last year, so we're starting
August.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, August. Yeah, August of last year.
Sure, it was like, damn.
Man, you guys don't even know. Thank God.
Yo, your first mistake is going by months. Always go by years. I have no idea what month it started, but I know it's 2018.
I just have a good memory like that, so I just know.
Yeah, man, you made the game crazy.
And if you just go on our YouTube page, it's there. It's there in the YouTube atmosphere. All right, so
okay.
Well, I guess I could cheat, but I remember because we were getting all this together. So Sal, how are you doing in quarantine?
Oh, I mean, it's been 3 weeks. I haven't grown a beard yet, so I'm good. I mean, but the back of my hair is like sticking up. Like, I'm not gonna show it, but it's like,
yeah, I got the hat on.
Like, I'm not gonna. No, I'm about to shave my head one of these days.
Yeah, join the club. I had to put on the beanie because I had the George Jefferson right now. I didn't really have time to. Can't let the world see the George Jefferson right now. So
George Jefferson.
We're not gonna do that.
Okay, so basically, from what I've read today, the Premier League or the top 5 leagues, how many leagues are starting back in July? Is it just the Premier League?
Just the Premier League at this point.
I mean, is it really gonna start back up in July?
Well, that's what they're shooting for. So. If it starts, let's go.
Hope is low right now.
Yeah.
Hope is low.
Let's go with the hypothetical. It does start in July. How long will it last till? Like, how many weeks were left? Not many, right?
They would have to play 2-3 games a day. So it's like,
I think there's like 8 or 9 games left, bro.
The last thing I saw was that they're going to try and do 2 games a week, and then they're going to up it to 5 subs per game. Was the last thing I saw.
Yeah, see,
I don't. As long as they finish, like, sure, do that. But I'm cool with more soccer, twice a week. Sure, I'll watch Premier League twice a week. But also, that seems rough for the players. They got a long enough season as it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, but they should get a long enough break though, because are they just speeding it up to get into the next season that much quicker?
I think that's it, and also contracts ending on June the 30th. So you have to look at everyone who's ending on that day, who's getting recalled from out on loan, and then you have a whole mess of. The best example is Ziyech over there at Ajax. What happens to him? He's going to Chelsea. Right. He's already signed.
Right.
So it's like, does he have to stay at Ajax a little longer, take less pay, or does he move straight to Chelsea? So you don't know what's going to happen at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I just say something real quick? Speaking about Chelsea, did you say that I sounded like a Chelsea fan over Twitter?
Well, you kind of came off like a Chelsea fan.
He did say that. I like how you reached back for that, bro. He went back.
Yeah, I forgot for a second. I'm glad he mentioned it. I was just like, because it's just funny because I had literally just pissed off their entire fan base a couple of days ago by saying Mason Mount wasn't that good. And that was just a good time for me. I live for that.
Listen, we can piss off
I agree with you
right now because
we've pissed off enough people on our show anyway.
Yeah. What the hell? That dude is the most overrated. I don't even actually want to talk about him, to be honest. But all right, sorry, Chelsea.
I'm just saying. I've said it. I said it when we always doing our Premier League recaps. I don't understand what he brings when he's on the pitch. He doesn't bring anything.
Well, the one argument I got was, he starts for a Premier League team. He's got to be pretty good. Well, his competition's Ross Barkley, so relax right there. Like, come on now.
Ross Barkley.
That's like saying Lucas Vazquez starts for Real Madrid, and sometimes he's a fucking shit show.
Yeah, when Bale, Asensio, Rodrigo, Vinicius are all hurt, he'll start.
Exactly.
Bale plays golf, so.
Did you see his golf video where he was juggling with it? Pretty impressive. So he still does know how to play a little soccer.
You got to give it to him.
They really need soccer skills for juggling a golf ball with a stick.
Who did that? It had to be.
He put it on his head too. He thought it a little bit. There was a couple kicks in there. He tried his best. He's a golfer, man.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm telling you, bro. I called that shit a long time, but it's okay. I mean, if I could play a completely other sport and get paid from another sport, I'd probably do it too.
How much is his wages right now at Real Madrid?
I don't want to talk about it.
Stupid money.
Stupid
money. Yeah, like I've been like during this. Well, when I'm actually quarantined, when I'm not being an essential employee, I'm watching like Sunderland Till I Die, and I just saw. Sorry. I'm watching the Sunderland Till I Die, and then I learned that League One players per week wages is like £2,000. I kind of just the thought of Bale's wages came into my mind, and I'm like, yo, that is stupid. Like £2,000. Okay, like in a month, that's a good money. Like that would be decent money for me right now. But wait, he gets paid a week? That should just compared to £2,000, that should make no sense. Nobody should be getting paid that.
Hey, you know what's crazier? He doesn't do anything. That's what's crazier.
How many times has he been dropped out the side though?
Doesn't do anything.
What do you mean he doesn't do anything?
Hey, listen. Oh, my bad. Let's count on this. We can count on two things with Bale. We can count on one, we just talked about it, he's going to play golf. And two, he's going to get hurt. Well, obviously, three, he's going to get paid. Those three things are guaranteed.
It's like death and taxes.
Yeah, exactly. Basically. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you're talking to me from that standpoint, I'm like, he's getting over. I ride with him on that. But as far as a contributor, those days are gone, bro. It's been a long time since he burnt past, what's my man name for Barca in that cup? Barca or?
Barca.
Yeah.
Barca.
Yeah, it's been a long time since he freaking sizzled that dude. Which is one of the greatest runs I've ever seen in any type of cup because he just destroyed that dude. But that guy is long gone, bro.
You know what the worst part about that game was? Is that the Barca fans were like, oh, we didn't have our starting goalie. We didn't play with Cristiano Ronaldo, guys, and we still beat you. So,
yeah.
Rough.
And Neymar almost equalized soon right after that goal.
No, bad vibes. Whoa. Did he equalize? Never happened.
He said almost did. He hit post.
Erase it from your almost doesn't count. Erase it from your memory. It wasn't close.
Never happened, bro.
Well, the memory I have is.
Wait, do I have to pull the shirt out for you, Mario?
No.
This is what I have beef with. That's what I have beef with. The Barca shirt. I saw a video where he just kept pulling it out, and I was like, "Oh, I already know I don't like this."
He's a designated troll, man. He's the designated troll of the entire operation. He was pulling out that jersey at any time. He's actually getting booted from live.
Yeah, I put it. Time out. All right, quick question though, because I saw that Barca did the wages cut. What Premier League teams have done it so far?
Tottenham did a 20% cut to non-playing players. In La Liga, it was Espanyol and Atletico also. I don't know if anyone else in Premier League, like top club. Obviously, like the smaller clubs probably have to watch their finances, but I don't know about any other top clubs besides Tottenham.
I haven't read anything yet, but I think United might be next on doing it. But
really?
It's probably gonna be a trickle effect. Once not a Spurs has come out, everybody's gonna have to try to save face.
Yep.
So,
but why? Like, if you don't really need to do it, are you just doing it just?
But the thing with Spurs is they furloughed employees too. That's the other part of this that isn't being like looked at, because the hell, man, I can see the players getting their wages cut, but if you're serving beer to the folks, being security, taking tickets, why are you furloughing them and taking their money? Just pay them the rest of the season and fuck the players at this point, because they're making millions.
I'm waiting for the players to do like what the NBA players did, where they take over for the finances and they donate like $500K or like $1 million to all the employees, because that's pocket change for half of them. Harry Kane, step up. What are you doing, bro? How much are you getting paid? Like, it really is kind of messed up how the players who are legitimately not doing anything right now aren't going to take any cut at all.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually read that Carlos Tevez made a comment on that, and he actually, I think, donated $500K. Something like that. So
that goes a long way towards normal employees at stadiums and for clubs.
That do all the dirty work, man.
Yeah. So I was just wondering, because it's funny that Barca, one of the biggest clubs, has to do that, and then they have to have Messi be the person to put out something about getting their wages cut.
You're not even telling the full story. You're not even telling the full story. That shady club. They tried to deny the pay cut at first, all the players, the first time when the board brought it up, and then they just cut it. They're like, all right, well, tough shit.
But it's funny how the fans are against the board, saying that, all that, and they're on the player side with this, when we know the fact is that the players don't want their money cut. They want to see that
Absolutely.
money.
They want those checks still.
Yeah. It's like it's an ideology from the Catalunya mind frame, I guess, because they have like this whole ordeal with Spain, and so basically their board is kind of doing what they don't, I guess, the ideology that they don't agree with, and so that's why the fans are going crazy, and that's why the players have to be like, look, Messi was just like, this, I guess, the scapegoat. Since they all love him, he was just like, yeah, we're gonna take the pay cut, blah blah, and then so the fans took it over to the board, and I don't know, this whole big mess.
This is just a way to get Bartomeu, right? He's the president, right? Yeah, it's just a way to get him out. It's just like, get him out the way. Messi's gonna start buying players himself. He wants Neymar, so that's the other thing. All the cuts, right? What's to say that they're not gonna use that money later on? Here, Paris, here's some money that we just had lying around in our couch.
Well, they're known to do backdoor deals, so I wouldn't be surprised to see one coming this summer. Well, what is even going to happen with the transfer window? That's the thing I don't understand. You see, this is what murders me with like this whole suspension and delay. Like, they got to come to a conclusion, because it's literally messing up everything.
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, I read a tweet. They're like, yo, that they don't want to tell us it's going to be like 4 or 5 months because you're going to trip out. So they're just going to tell us 30 days at a time. Like, hey, all right, 30 days. We're going to suspend it. Oh, okay, then we're going to suspend it another 30 days. And then by the time we know it's going to be there, like I said at the beginning, I think that we're not going to have sports the rest of the season, to be honest. I don't think so. I don't see any type of way. Like, if it continues to delay through another 30 days of April and we don't see any progress on like where we can go play or where these games could be played, like, period, any sport, not just soccer, but any sport, I just don't see how we're going to have a season they're going to have to make tough decisions on what's going to happen next, because there's no way unless they like do some crazy ass ship people to like an island and have every game played there, which is impossible. It's just not, I don't see how it's going to happen. there's like no headway that says, all right, we're gonna be able to get all these leagues finished. You know what I'm saying? What I'm basically
Premier
saying
League
is
said
that
something about
Liverpool
going to
can't
China,
win.
didn't they?
Nah, Liverpool
NBA?
can't win.
The NBA, yeah, the NBA said they're
Oh,
gonna
no,
go
they did.
play out the rest of the season in China. So I'm like, why are you going to China? First of all, isn't that ground zero? But
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm with Justin. Let's just cancel the season. Liverpool didn't win shit. Move on. I blame Liverpool for this whole situation. You know, Liverpool fans, you're the reason for the virus. You should never have won.
I mean,
The universe is telling us, fuck off.
Nah, Universe was like, yo, they about to win the league. We got to do something crazy. Other universe looked at them like, yo, hold my beer. Boom, COVID-19. It's crazy.
So them losing wasn't enough. Like losing the invincible thing was just like the first part of what was to come.
Yeah, man. Nobody likes Liverpool, bro. I'm sorry.
Nah, I don't.
Chinese people
That's
love
true.
Liverpool. I'm kidding. I'm pissing off an entire nation right now.
You're one, the Liverpool fan base, and now two, China. Yeah, we're on a roll here. So, because like, all right, because the thing that pisses me off, like, just like I agree. End the season, and when transfer season comes, get to work. Like, do what transfer season is or window is all about. Because, like, I want Mbappe, and I need it to happen. Like, and I need it. You know, I need enough time. I don't need the fax machine to fucking not be connected or whatever the fuck happened the last time. And even though I'm glad we didn't get the hair in the long term. I'm really glad. But
Lord, man.
like okay, because I'm gonna put it this way: MLS is suspended, right? I'm still paying for fucking tickets. I haven't seen one damn game.
You are?
Yes.
I'm not.
I haven't seen one game.
Oh,
and I'm still getting charged. So how long do I have to wait to actually watch a damn game?
It's probably gonna be a long time, bro.
What you need to do is start calling and complaining to the right people. See if you can get some jerseys, maybe a suite, maybe some drink tickets.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hold on, I gotta write this down.
Write that down.
Because this is ridiculous. But no, for real, like they need to end all this shit. I think did Belgium really just call the season as is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Bruges won.
Yeah, so they gave it to Bruges, and then Gent, whatever goes to Champions League. Why can't the rest? Man, I don't want the rest to do that because then we get second place.
Yeah, that's not worth it anymore. I'm hoping that we just do a bunch of crazy playoffs. I would love to see that, like in Germany, in Italy, and in Spain. If we get some just dope playoff games where it's like, all right, the top 6 teams are going to go at it, or just for La Liga, if you just want to do Barca versus Real, like a best of 3 in like neutral areas, I'm down for that too.
That's what I was saying at one point. Get the ones who are closer to winning the league, get them to play. Premier League can just cancel itself because there's a lot of promotion relegation that has to happen in the Premier League. There's some teams that need money and whatnot. So let's cancel the Premier League. Liverpool never won, but go to La Liga. Let Barca and Real Madrid have a Clasico or 2. Go to Italy. Let's have Juve, Lazio. Who else? Inter, and who's left in 4th?
Atalanta.
I think Atalanta. Yeah.
Let the 4 of them play it out somehow and go from there.
But is Atalanta even close to winning the title, or we're just gonna allow them to maybe win the title?
I mean, they can outscore everyone, so let them just go in.
They might just win on that alone. Just force them.
It's gonna be interesting to see what they come up with, bro, to finish it off, because this shit is not going anywhere, man. It's gonna affect us sports and in real life for a while. So, don't forget about Man City though. They're far back, but don't forget Man City. They getting investigated still. I always gotta make sure I bring that up. Don't let this pandemic fool you. Man City, they need to still be investigated. FA, UEFA, keep doing your job on them. Thanks.
Yeah, UEFA, FIFA, Paris as well. Investigations there.
But you see that you brought up Man City. Now we go to Champions League.
Oh, now they got
the second leg.
Oh, exactly. But they. See, I actually want to talk to y'all about that game today. but we're not going to talk about it because we're going to talk about how Man City needs to be voided from that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? They might as well just, put the suspensions in now. Man City has to forfeit that leg against Madrid, and then the next 2 years. That's it. It's really simple with Man City. Just get them out of there. Nobody wants to see that.
I got into it with a couple Man City fans because I had made fun of a team that got sent down to the Europa League.
There's Man City
because
fans?
Why not? Yeah, some Man City fan was like, my team crushed your team. And I was like, first of all, 2-1 isn't crushing. Second off, you needed a shady penalty. You pushed off, and then you had the red card of captain, but whatever. But my main point was, Manchester City, look at me, Manchester City fans. You're not allowed to talk about the Champions League. You've never even been to a final. The furthest you've gone is a semi. My squad's got 13. You can literally cut our history in half, and we still have more titles than you. Do not speak to me. I'm all the way up here. Y'all have barely even scratched the surface. I don't want to hear it. Congrats on finally beating us, though.
Hey.
Once in your history.
Fuck City.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. City. City. What was City before they even got money? Because that's when they actually became. That's when they became relevant. I don't know. I don't like them. I don't like Liverpool. I don't like City. I don't like Barca.
We're not buying.
Listen, the year that City won the league at what was that QPR? They were already bought, weren't they?
What did you say? The year that they've won the first time?
Yeah, the first time, right?
Yeah, they were already bought. Yeah.
It was 2 or 3 years after, right?
That was where we were. Yeah, that was I think it was 11. I think it might have been 2011 or 12. One of those seasons. And freaking United was already about to celebrate. Ferguson was already on the field because there was no time left in that game. And then we got freaking Aguero. I mean, to be fair, I'm gonna give it to you just because of the commentating on that was lit. But I just hated seeing them celebrate that. And then we had to look up at the screen and be like, oh yeah, we lost by 1 point. So whatever. You know what I'm saying? They were already bought with that money by then. And then, they, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. It all karma comes back around, man. All that illegal ass money about to get y'all dropped. Hey, also relegate them. Talk about relegating them.
That's right.
That'll hurt more.
2 leagues
the Premier League still has to investigate them, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. FA got to come in there and clean up house. Let's see if Pep gonna stay after all this shit. Relegate.
I would like them to go to League One. What is it? League One, right? No, League Two.
Championship.
Okay, Championship. I like them to go to Championship and then just stay there, not be able to make it out. That'd be even better. That'd be even better.
Just send them below the Championship. I forgot what's under the Championship. Fuck.
League One.
League One. Yeah, I think it's League One. Yeah.
Just send them there. Let them climb up.
Bro, imagine Pep in freaking the Championship.
That'd be electric. Honestly, it'd probably be electric. That's one of the most fun actual leagues to watch just because they play the most games. It's got some of the best rivalries, and I'm sure City knows a bunch of those crappy teams from the 60 years that they weren't any good.
For real. But you see, this is where Corona murders. Okay, well, I would like to see them there, but then for those teams in the Championship, we had League, we got Derby, we have all these people trying to come up from the ashes.
Just bring Leeds up.
Leeds down. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. We just solved the problem right now.
Done.
So basically, 1-for-1 swap.
Well, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, no. Whatever happens, like I said, whatever happens, you got to get Norwich out of there. Get them out of there.
Bringing Leeds back into the Premier League would actually be great because back in the day, well, you see, that's exactly, there you go. My point right there. Leeds was a top dog. Yeah. Yeah, Leeds does have a lot more history than Man City does. And that's what I'm saying. It would be great to see them back in the Premier League.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to be whooping their ass again, so that'd be awesome. Let's do it.
Me, for one, I'll take Leeds. What's another team that we could take from Championship?
You know what I want to come back? Where the hell is Blackburn?
I think they're
Blackburn Rovers.
No. They're in League One. No.
I think they're in League One, bro. I think they're two things down.
Yeah.
Winging.
They're in 10th place in the Championship right now.
Yeah, Blackburn. Blackburn. Fulham is in the Championship too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're in third. West Brom's in second.
I like to see Fulham.
Damn, there's a lot of teams that I wanted Norwich to stay up, man, but Pookie. The name alone, he just
Pokey,
couldn't
man,
do
yeah.
it.
I have such a hard time looking at those jerseys, man. The just bright yellow and green. I can't get behind. It just looks like boogies anytime.
I love it, man. It looks like a freaking.
You just like it because that old school United jersey.
That too, green and yellow, man. Glazers out.
I think the last time they were in the Premier League, before they got relegated, they had the nice jerseys then. Those jerseys were nice. These, they're a bit bright, but if they were done it like the design was done a little bit differently, I think they'd be better for the eyes. But okay, I got a question for you, young leg. So I keep seeing that James is rumored to go to Arsenal, Everton, or Wolves. One of the three.
Wait, who'd you say?
James. All right. So, do you want him gone, first of all? And then, second, what team would you say he should go to if you do want him gone?
It's not that I want him gone. It's just that I'm indifferent about it. We have so many young guys. I mean, Odegaard, Ceballos, like there's just so many names. Plus all the money we got. We're still rumored to be getting Pogba somehow, even though they said it was going to be like 400 million. So I doubt that happens. But I just don't see where James, he wants to be like starting all the time, playing all the time. That ain't going to happen. Like I'll take old ass Modric and Kroos over you still. So I hate to see him go just because he was electric from that one World Cup and he had probably 2 great seasons for us. But if he were to leave, I would love to see him go to like somewhere like kind of small, like an Everton, not too small, like smaller than like the top 6. Like I think it'd be very interesting over at Everton. Maybe if he went over to like a Roma, I don't know, like somewhere where he could competitively get on a team that's like fighting for a top 4 spot, that's trying to get into Europe.
All right. So then also, Luka Modric says that he's going to continue to stay with Real Madrid. And he understands that his role is not going to be like always starting. Are you good with that?
Completely fine with that. We still got all the young bulls. There's just our midfield's always been hard to get into, but that's just how Spain is. If you want to compete with Barcelona and Atleti, you got to have more people coming in, regardless who you already have. Like it sucks for some of them. Like Llorente, sorry you couldn't get past Casemiro, who's probably the best defensive mid, if not top 3. But like you got to keep bringing them in. Like that's how you stay relevant. That's why Real Madrid is always good, even though we did have that. Our bad year was last year, and we still came in 3rd place. Like that's an off year for us. So, I mean, I'm cool with keep bringing people in. Modric, if he wants to take a smaller role, which is what I think Bale should have done, he should have taken a pay cut. Then he wouldn't have pissed off any fans, and he could still be doing his thing, getting his shine whenever he wanted. But instead, he wanted to be greedy. He wanted to say, hey, it's Wales Golf Madrid. Like, Modric is doing it the right way. And to me, Modric, he's going to finish up in 2021, Inter Miami right after.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
All right.
I will take that.
I'll take it. That's some good insight right there. Good insight. All right. So Luka Jovic is during this Corona episode, he looks like kind of a problem child. Do you think we need to look for a Benzema reinforcement, or do you think that was just kind of like a little blip and we can get over that?
I mean, we could get over that, but we're also Real Madrid, so we're going to buy the best striker possible. We're going to go after Haaland. If we get Harry Kane, I'll be very pissed off because I do not want him. But we're Real Madrid. We're going to keep buying people. People have been giving us shit for that for, 100 years? Guess what? We're still doing it. We still have bread. We don't care. Benzema's been our striker for 14 years now. Just the longevity where he's still starting every game, people should be impressed by because he's at Real Madrid. And we bring in so many names. So, yeah, I expect us to, especially with Haaland only having a $65 million release clause or euros, whatever they're using. But that's easy money for Madrid. Why not go get Haaland just so nobody else can have him? That's just the stuff that we would do. We're petty. I hope we buy Neymar, too, just so Barca can't have him. I don't even want to play him. I say we throw him on the bench. What are they going to do about it? They don't got bread. We got all the money.
Yo, but now that we brought up Benzema, we should touch on that Benzema Giroud little clapback session that we were talking about before we jumped on. So I'm assuming that all of us have seen what was said and then what was said back.
I didn't see it. Break it down for me.
So I might be confused a little bit with how it was said, but they asked Benzema about Giroud, and he compared himself to what was it, F1 racing,
F1,
and,
Yeah,
and
Formula One.
Giroud was like a go-kart or something like that.
Yeah, Cardi.
I mean, to be fair, it was an astute assessment, right? But it may not have been something to say in the media because they're gonna blow it up or whatnot. And then Giroud clapped back by saying, he couldn't say anything about F1 karting or go karting or whatnot, but he knows that he has a World Cup, which was kind of a comeback, but I don't know. So I just want to ask everybody how they felt about who won that. Was it an Ether or a Jay-Z situation?
It was it's kind of upsetting for Giroud, I assume, because I love that it sparked a debate, and the debate lasted all of 90 seconds because there is no debate.
Absolutely.
And if I was Benzema, I would literally I think that Giroud should send a thank you note to Benzema. Thank you for not being on the team so I could actually get a spot. I really appreciate it. Thank goodness. Giroud, if you just sub Benzema in for Giroud on that World Cup team, there would have been no questions that France was going to win it. None at all.
It's unfortunate that he doesn't get called up anymore, man. Or they don't want
the man, after not being started the first World Cup game, he started every game after that. But he only had a total of 9 shots, and none were on target. So people are saying that he was instrumental to helping the rest of the team win. I don't know how that helped the team win.
Pep talk.
But the thing is, I don't ever remember him on the pitch.
I don't.
The World Cup. I don't remember him there at all.
Yeah, you'd think you'd notice him on some set pieces or something, but he literally didn't do anything. You're going to try and tell me, oh, well, he held the ball up. All right, well, most of their goals came from Pogba to Mbappe, but whatever. I guess, sure, Giroud held the ball up. Good job, man. You did something.
Exactly.
I think he was really just out there to get the average APR up because, you got to be – you're on the world stage. You got to look good.
Because when you think about it, Griezmann scored, 3-4 penalties in the World Cup? Something like that?
Yeah.
And then the rest of the goals were Mbappe, that one classic Pavard goal with the volley.
Yeah.
And then that I don't know what he did. I honestly don't.
He was out there, bro.
Yeah,
he was out there running though.
He was definitely on the field, I think, at some point.
He was out there, bro. He was out there running around, dog.
He tried to get a scorpion kick like he did at Arsenal.
You see, that was a nice goal though. But other than that,
I said that in the argument also. I said, well, if you got just a highlight reel of goals and put Benzema next to Giroud, maybe you'd have an argument there because he does score some worldies. But, Benzema's would also be 10 times longer than his. But you don't look at that. You look at the worldies.
Yeah, because when you look back at the 2014 World Cup, Benzema scored 5 goals. So add those 5 goals. Let's say maybe he scores another 5 in the next World Cup. Like Young just said, there's no doubt in your mind that France is just gonna bulldoze the whole competition. So he even Griezmann said it. He couldn't say anything because he get in trouble. Who's he gonna get in trouble with? Is what I want to know.
I heard that Griezmann took Giroud's side, and I was like, "Oh, have fun. That's a losers bracket over there, I guess."
Well, he said that Giroud helped win the World Cup, so he's thankful for that. So I guess you can kind of say he took the side, but at the same time, he didn't want to go too deep into the comparison because he said he was going to get in trouble. Me going into a conspiracy theory mode, I'm thinking that the French Association will probably end up handling Griezmann like they did with Benzema if he were to say something about the whole matter.
I heard if you're a French national team player and you mention Benzema's name, you get fined. And I didn't just make that up, I swear.
Bro,
that's crazy. You see? So there you go. That's probably why Griezmann didn't say anything. There you go. My conspiracy theory mind was right.
Bro. Treating that man like a damn assassin over there or something.
He never even got
convicted.
Yeah, he didn't get convicted.
That's the first thing I said.
It's just a PR stunt. It's just a PR stunt, not to have him on the team.
I feel like Ribéry really got away with that one. I'm not trying to throw him under the bus, but I feel like comparatively between Benzema and Ribéry,
bro, nobody's ready to have that talk, man. But I'm telling you.
All right, I won't bring it up again. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
no.
Bayern fans.
Nah.
Oh, Fiorentina fans also, I guess.
Scarface, bro.
All right, so I guess I'm gonna keep just bulldozing you with questions, young lady.
I'm gonna keep bullshitting. Don't worry.
All right, cool. So as a Real Madrid fan, who do you dislike more, Barcelona or Atletico Madrid?
Barcelona. Next question.
I'm about to say I shouldn't take any
I'm waiting for him to pull the jersey out. Like, I know I'm gonna talk about Madrid as much as possible. Like, I'm really just gonna keep egging it on. I'm waiting for it to just pop up.
It's more fun with Mario, when right now he's not, he's in his state of mind. He's in a good place, and I'm like, it's not the
he's
time.
Essential. He's essential.
It's not the time. If it was the time, I'd have like a couple hanging in the background and just be like, yeah, here you go.
I appreciate it.
That you even own those is crazy to me.
Yeah, I know.
The fact that I own a Spurs one as well, I mean, that's another one that's like.
It depends who's on the back. Like, I got my brother a Tom Huddleston jersey when he was on Spurs, and it's strictly for the fro. Like, it was just gorgeous hair, and he's the English Xabi Alonso, so you gotta show respect there. Should have got him a whole city one though.
All right, so like let's say, all right, so who would you say is like your low key team that you follow in La Liga?
My low key team, probably Real Sociedad. They just have so much nasty young talent. They're so much fun to watch offensively. Just with Odegaard or Yarzabal, if you're Catalonian, and Porto, they're just so much fun to watch. Plus, they have the Black Zlatan up top. Isaac, he's just a monster. Anytime you find a big-ass Swedish striker, like, you got something. Just because of the Zlatan effect. You got a little something there.
Okay. Who's your favorite La Liga player not in Real Madrid?
Well, respect-wise, it's probably Danny Parejo.
Okay.
Young bull-wise, Samuel Chukwueze, Nigerians. You got to watch out for the young Nigerians. They're going to be nasty for the next 10 years. You heard it here first.
I already know the old Nigerians are lit. Nigerian R9, let's go. Odie Nigalo. Nigerian R9, let's go one time. All right, back to normal.
All right, anybody got a question? We gotta slam him with some questions. Come on.
Oh, slam him with questions.
Yeah.
Sal?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What do you mean, man? Sal has to get it in. He came in late.
Think here. I'm prepared for anything.
All right, favorite Clásico game that you can remember?
I like this year's, to be honest, because we swept them. But I don't know. The Mourinho era, honestly, all of them, just because it brought back kind of like that grittiness. That's when you had the Marcelo Fabregas incident where Ray Hudson made the legendary, it was nasty as a rat bite. I mean, just watching them go at it. But, I mean, I'm from 2 Foot Talk. We're into that. I want to see bodies and blood flying as well as the goals. So just that whole Mourinho era versus Pep was fucking electric.
Yeah, I'm actually glad that you brought up the Mourinho era and everything, because it actually brings me to a question.
I hate it.
I feel you. Nah, but it's I'm gonna bring my team into this now. It's from a Champions League game in 2013, Madrid versus Man United. It's a pivotal game. Benzie already knows what I'm talking about because we've argued about this for every year since it happened. Arbeloa on Nani. Nani on Arbeloa. He gets red card. Nani gets red carded in that game for a high boot on Arbeloa. Was that a red card to you?
Yes.
Fuck no.
No.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even remember, bro. But I'm not gonna take the Manchester United side. Yes, it was a red card. I don't even remember.
I'm siding with Justin on this just because of the Premier League, but that was not a damn red card. I watched it so many times, and even to this day, I still go back and watch that because it's one of those plays that is.
Listen, man.
Let me ask you something.
I'm gonna argue that until the day I die, bro. Because.
But
let me ask you something. Would it have made a difference if he didn't get the red card?
Absolutely.
Really, Nani would have made the difference?
Yeah, I'm just saying the way the game was going, it wasn't like it was like we were in a game, like they were knocking, it was going back and forth, and then all of a sudden we lost them, and then boom, and then Modric wants to come through and turn up. I don't even want to talk about it.
At least Ronaldo didn't celebrate against you.
He didn't.
He never has, dude.
He hasn't. He's the GOAT.
No.
Ronaldo's a whole different subject, but now that I know that you feel that as a red card, we can continue and move forward. But
I don't remember. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea. Which means it probably wasn't the fact that I don't remember it, and I won't argue it. It probably wasn't a red card, but it was a red card. So we won history. It was a red card. Sure. Yes, it was a red card.
I'll take it.
I'm gonna say to the day I die that it was a red card. You're putting a player in danger, bro. Anyways.
Best Champions League win.
Best Champions League win. I just rewatched the final against Atleti where Ramos 92-48, and then we blew them out in overtime. We ended up winning 4-1. That's probably more recency bias, just because remembering stuff over 10 years isn't my forte.
Yeah.
But that one, fantastic.
But that game was incredible because me and Benzie were at a pub right there, and he was pissed because he couldn't believe what was happening. And then Ramos hit that shit at the end, and like the whole pub went crazy. It was just, I remember there was a classical time. See, like I like the Barcelona Real Madrid rivalry just because it's probably the biggest sporting rivalry ever in anything. And like, I mean, you just meet the people, and it's just like you feel the rivalry even in person, not just being at the game. Like we walked into bars and we'll just grill people like, "Oh, you're Barcelona fans, oh, Madrid fans." I remember what Clasico it was. I don't remember what Clasico it was.
It was a Clasico where Ronaldo scored when we were down 10 men.
Right, and the dude came, yo, buddy, like they were celebrating so crazy. The guy came from across the pub and fucking jumped into fucking Mario's arms, bro. It was incredible. Beer flying everywhere, all over the place. We were all jumping around. It was amazing, bro. Amazing. So
see, I'm from Philly.
About that today.
See, I'm from Philly, so like they don't get hyped for soccer like that. Like if it was like a Sixers Celtic game, then they go wild. And it really like irks me because Philly would be such a good football town if they would just get into it. Yeah, it would just be so great. But they just don't give a shit about soccer at all. Even though the Union were looking like they're going to be pretty solid this year. I was excited to watch them.
Yeah, the Union did look pretty good.
Wait, hold on. What do you rock usually to the pub? Because last time we were in the Champions League final against Juve, I had my jersey on. I had my Champions League jacket over it. I had my scarf on. And I was with all Juve fans. And we were just dicking them. And I'm sitting here drinking pints just, oh, what's the score? Oh, wow. You guys watching? Oh, wow. That's crazy.
I usually go with a jersey and a scarf is usually what I go with.
Same.
I'll do you one better, young leg, because the closest bar to us that does football is a Spurs bar.
Yeah. So
last time that, Arsenal and Spurs played, when we beat them, when was it? Last year. I went in, the Highbury shirt, jacket, scarf, and everything. It's a sea of white, and these people are looking at me like, "Fuck are you doing here? Get the fuck out!" I'm like, "Nope, I'm sitting right here at the bar. Fuck you guys." And as soon as we won, I just put my hands up and I left like a king. And everybody in there was like,
bro. The scarf.
I went back again just to have lunch one day. The guy there was like, "Hey, I can't have you sit here right now. You gotta like walk out." I'm like, "Shit, really?" I'm like, fuck you guys. Fuck all of you. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, right. That type of stuff. If a bartender told me that, I'd be like, "Oh hell no! I'm getting even more food now. Give me a couple beers. Line that shit up."
For sure.
I'm getting comfortable.
Yeah, I think the worst time we've had at a bar was the Barca game and the Liverpool final. I would say the Liverpool fans got there super late because if you don't get to the bar early enough, you don't get good seating. So I was always at the bar like literally 3 hours, 4 hours before the game. Like no joke.
Yeah.
Like I would hit everybody on the text. I'm like, if you don't get here, I feel bad for you because I'm not saving seats.
I'm not saving seats.
You get your own seat. And then
we were there. Liverpool final, man.
Yeah, and they started losing, and they were basically standing all hunched up because there's really nowhere to sit, nowhere to stand.
Yeah, talking hella shit, bro.
Yeah, talking too much shit. We had just with his Man United jersey, I had my
they're
Madrid
so
jersey, of
bad,
course,
bro.
and they're super pissed. It was like old people too, and they were just talking hella shit, and we were just
Cried
having
about
a great
that
time.
Ramos Salah shit for like a year.
Oh,
It was
sorry, my
unbelievable.
condolences.
Yeah,
I totally don't understand. Like, what was wrong in that whole play? Like,
You know what was wrong was the fact that he tried to initiate with probably the baddest man on the planet. So that was the first mistake right there. I think my favorite part about this game was that I was at the beach at a beach bar watching the game. All Liverpool jerseys. Of course, I'm rocking my Madrid one because I will literally throw hands after a few drinks if you want to talk some crap. And I just remember seeing them lock up, and I just start going, "Put him in the dirt, put him in the dirt," and I just see him go down, and I just get so hype. And then I see he doesn't get up, and he's crying. I was like, "I'm sorry, just this is over now." But like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to react like that. Didn't know it was gonna be serious.
bro, they're still
Don't
angry
fuck with
about
Ramos. Sorry.
and the crazy thing about it all was like the total opposite shoulder of the arm that he had locked in. That's the crazy part about it. And then the funny part at the end was when he won his what was it, the all-time 11 or the 11 of the season or whatever, and he walking back to his chair and he taps Salah on the shoulder that he hurt. All-time classic troll from
Just
Sergio
troll
Ramos.
moves by Ramos. Did you see what he said to Ajax yesterday on Twitter?
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
my captain. That's all I gotta say
what
about
did
it.
he say? I didn't see it.
So Ajax decided to go, in the day in history, talking about Champions League, and they put up a bunch of like GIFs and videos of like Frankie dribbling Madrid and just Vinicius going down, Modric going down. So then, of course, Ramos quotes it and just puts pictures of him with the 4 Champions Leagues. And I was just like, yeah, end of argument. We're done here. Thank you, Ramos. Another winner for Ramos.
Yeah, pretty much. The man is Madrid through and through. And yeah, that's why, like I said earlier, it's a great pick. My all-time, I would have to say my all-time great is Guti. He's my favorite. I'm a big fanatic of a midfielder. Even though my favorite current player right now is Karim Benzema, but something about midfielders are just they're the epitome of the game to me. They control everything.
Well, whenever I think of Gucci, I just think of probably the most magical back heel I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah. To the one and only Karim Benzema. Yeah.
Oh, you like Benzema?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He keeps it really, he's really discreet about it, if you can't tell.
Same with pineapples.
Yeah.
Do you also sell that hat?
No. This is a Lyle original.
Exclusive.
Yeah, this is a collector's item.
Yeah, because that I would definitely get. That's a
They don't fit well. There's no stretch to it. So like my head's already pretty big, and it just makes it look even bigger. But you got anytime there's pineapples on something, I'll wear it, regardless how stupid I look in it.
I have a polo that you'll definitely like them. So if you want it, just let me know.
I'll keep that in mind.
All right, you got it. Do we have any more subjects at hand? Anything we want to talk about? Anything you've read? Anything you've seen?
I saw that Barcelona are trying to do they're trying to do a lot more player swaps rather than just straight transfer fees for the upcoming transfer window. So they say, and they're apparently. Well, first of all, Barcelona listed like 8 or 9 people already on their transfer list in February. So scumbags, once again, just saying. But the thing I actually want to talk about was they said they wanted to trade Griezmann straight up for Neymar. So I just want to know if you guys think that's a good deal. Who's the winner? Who's the loser there? Because, I mean, you have Neymar, who's definitely better, but you got the injury problems. And then you have Griezmann, who's playing second fiddle to Messi right now, and it doesn't seem to be the right kind of chemistry. So I don't know who wins there.
It's a good deal for Barca.
Yeah, I mean, I said this in December, didn't I? December, January, when I was saying that it's going to be that kind of – if they're going to get rid of Griezmann somehow to get Neymar in. So, because I see Griezmann finishing off somewhere in Paris' career. So, not Paris, but in France, you know.
Yeah. I think Barca wins if they pull that off because Griezmann
I don't know. I've always thought Griezmann was overrated, but
Same.
I'm a hater.
Well,
So.
his best times were at Real Sociedad.
Yeah, agreed.
And those times are long gone.
That's when I actually liked him, and then I was like, "Oh, you went to Atleti," and then he went to Barca on top of it, like the two biggest no-nos of all time.
He did both of them.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. Like, yeah, I don't know. PSG is not getting anything out of that whole deal. But if they're gonna lose Neymar, eventually lose Cavani, and then lose Mbappe, yeah, Barca is definitely getting a better deal through and through. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only thing is, it works out for Barca if Neymar doesn't get as injured as he's been doing usually, or he's just not like another Dembele at this point.
I also don't think he's super injury prone. I think he just gets murdered in the French league because it's so easy for him that he's just rainbowing it over people. So people are like, "Fuck this dude."
I agree.
Let's break his legs.
I've actually seen like him actually do somebody and them try to freaking actually chop him to pieces. So, I mean, there's
on
definitely
top of him being a baby bag bitch.
That also, but never forget what that league did to Falcao. So,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
true. Yeah, because even.
What do you think is a good deal then, like for a trade? Like, if we're being completely fair, because I didn't know everyone was going to disagree, because obviously I think Barca is also winning that deal. So what do you think it should be, like Griezmann and then some cash, or like Griezmann and another player? What would realistically be like the most fair deal?
Griezmann, a player, and cash would have to be.
Oh, all of it.
Fuck yeah! Paris is gonna want as much as they can get out of it, and
they'll probably take Dembele too.
I was about to say Griezmann, Dembele, and like 30 million for Neymar.
It's probably around there, yeah, 30, 40.
Jesus Christ!
I was just gonna say Griezmann, Dembele, and call it a day.
Yeah, I thought I think that's probably more realistic than the cash part. But then it's like, yo, if they do that, I mean, I think they're gonna do a lot. And Mbappe will probably have to force a move out of there because they're not gonna want to get rid of him.
Well, Mbappe and Neymar have both rejected contract extensions, so PSG's kind of working against the clock here. I do think PSG kind of have Barca by the balls and like might as well squeeze, see what you can get out of it. Fuck it. Yeah. Barcelona has been throwing money at people. Shit, they just paid 125 for Griezmann. I guess we won't talk about Coutinho. Nobody likes to bring that one up. Huge waste of money. No offense, love Coutinho. Was kind of pissed when he went to Barca, but like y'all paid what 115 million for him, Barca, and now you're willing to give him away for 80? That's, I don't know. I'm waiting for FFP to catch up to them. As biased as this sounds, I think once Messi's done there, that's when FFP is going to hit him. They're kind of like have a little deal going, like, yo, we have one of the greatest talents we've ever seen. Yeah, their time, I think, is coming also.
I feel like when the whole news broke out about how they worked that deal for Neymar, I think that's when somebody should have stepped in at that point, because that seems like a little shady. Because at the end of the day, okay, we ended up getting Bale, and then with Bale, we've accomplished more than they did with Neymar. But imagine us getting Neymar instead of
we're supposed to get Neymar though.
Exactly, we were supposed to, but they did that backdoor deal with the dad, and then so we settled for Bale. Even though with Bale we still managed to do things.
Exactly, it's like Young Leg said. It's like the only reason that Madrid even bought Bale is because of what Barcelona did with Neymar, and Madrid's like, all right, we're about to get the best player in the Premier League right now. Fuck it, and they bought him.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Madrid's always just been like that, like, we'll throw some money around, see what happens. That's why, like, when people started calling us out for it, and then you see the Chelseas come up and the Man Cities, Barcelona's actually spent more than us in the last 10 years, but everyone stopped talking about spending money all of a sudden, because then you get PSG out of nowhere that gets billions of dollars and whatnot. All of a sudden, we're not talking about money anymore now that everyone else needs to catch up. So you know what? Real Madrid's ahead of the curve once again. Well, that's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, and we're legit set. We got Futbol, Odegaard, Rainier Jesus, Vinicius, Rodrigo, and the list goes on and on and on. And it barely costs us a penny compared to all the other transactions that other teams are making. So,
well, people were still giving us crap for getting you paid $45 million for an 18-year-old? It's like, well, he is. Well, yeah, that's the market now. You guys broke the market. That's what we got to do. Like, what? I'll take that over friggin' paying 125 for Griezmann, who didn't do anything.
Pretty much. Yeah, because if you look at it, Vinicius won the Clásico and Griezmann wasn't doing anything.
And Griezmann got another haircut.
Yeah. So, what can we say? Real Madrid is the best. Can we all agree?
You need to work on your Madrid cockiness. You gotta get stronger with.
I just, I gotta try to not.
Sal, I'm egging you on here, man.
I can't be so biased, like.
What are you talking about, man?
Come on. Oh, Sal's gone.
That means he's going to get the jersey.
Oh yeah, no. You're right. You get the jersey.
The closet is opening.
Yo, Sal, come out the closet, man. You know what's gonna be even better? He's gonna come out the closet with a Barcelona jersey, so it all just kind of makes sense.
I really hope he's not getting that jersey.
All right, this is the suspense is boiling.
What was that?
No.
We thought you were going to get the jersey, man.
We started taking.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
That's what you can get too.
Yeah, that one hurts my eyes.
That was like look deep into it, Mario. Look deep into its soul.
It hurts.
This man got up.
This thing is ugly as fuck.
Yo, bro, why do you own it? Is there a name on the back of it?
Nah,
Yeah.
Oh, what a legendary
it was
kid that
15.
is.
It was $15.
Come on, Sal.
Yeah.
Take it.
Oh Lord.
Oh, if you pull the messy one, I'm done. I'm really
man.
done.
Nonsense.
If you pull the messy one out, I'm done.
Wait, are we doing this?
Hey, just to like, here you go. I'll give you one as well.
Okay. Thank
I'll
you.
give you one as well. I'll give you one as well.
Oh, I thought we were going with goats.
I thought he was. Oh, nah. The B win was the fire.
Exactly.
That was the first Madrid kid I got that I actually paid for. Sergio Ramos.
There you go, man. There you go, Mario. Just to show I don't have bias.
It's about time.
Me either.
I buy kits. I buy all I can get.
You know what my favorite kit purchase I think was my Manchester City James Milner one, because now I can wear it anytime Man City plays Liverpool and nobody can say anything. Covering both sides.
That's also why do you own that? You own
I don't know. I just love James Milner. He's so deadly from the spot. Probably the greatest penalty kick taker I've ever seen.
He played for City and Liverpool, bro. Sick.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's crazy, right?
He also played for Leeds. Oh wait, you don't like Leeds either.
Yeah, it's like he disgusts me. Like his whole career is a slap into my face. Fuck that guy.
I thought about that the other day when like Liverpool or like Liverpool fans, they're so in love with this guy, and yet he was like diehard like Man City player when he played for them too. So it's just like I don't know what to really think when I think about James Milner, but he is a good player.
I got a question for you, Just. So, how do you feel about Di Maria, Angel Di Maria? Because I know he fucking hates Manchester United. So, how do you feel about him?
How much time do you have, bro?
I'll give you 45 seconds. Break it down for me.
Snake, man, a pussyo. Everything that you could think of, dog. Soft, bro. He's a Jake, fed. He's just whack, bro. Like, he didn't want to come to United in the first place. He just wanted to go to Paris. You know what I'm saying? He goes to United, somebody breaks in his house, he gets into it with Van Gaal, blah, blah, he gives up. You know what I'm saying? He talks shit about the whole city. Like, yo, he's a fraud, bro. He had to go to league. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Let's go. Don't get me started about that freaking clown, all right? He got clowned in that game. Buster. What else? How much time do I got left on that 45?
Snake, 8 seconds. Final comments.
You're a sucker, bro. You let Man United B team beat y'all in Champions League in Paris. Hold these, boy. Get out of here. We don't miss you.
I like Angel Di Maria.
I like Danji.
I like him too. Before he left Madrid, I like him too.
Yeah, I was so sad to see him go because he could literally play any position. He was playing cam, center mid, wing, striker. It didn't matter. And he could shoot. He could pass. He was so deadly cutting in from that right side. Like, Robin does that same move every time. Di Maria also had that down.
Well, that same shit. But then he came to Man United and he fucked off. So fuck him.
I blame Van Gaal for part of that, just so you know.
Same.
Okay.
But hey, man, sometimes you got to man the fuck up. I can't just go to my job right now and be like, you know what? I don't want to do this shit. Play me where I want to play at. You feel me? I can't do that. So like sometimes you gotta suck it up and do things you don't want to do, dog. But he wasn't willing to do that. He's better off where he's at. We're better off without him. Jadon Sancho 2021 coming through soon. Get ready, man. Man United slowly going to come back.
130 million?
I bought 2 shares of Manchester United. I believe in the come up. Manchester United, it's publicly traded company. They're like $12 right now. I'm stocking up.
You're good with me. You're good with me.
I've been stocking up. Part owner. Going to the next meeting.
Greg wants to come on. So that's what I'm telling you, man. We're coming back slowly but surely. Pogba's going to stay. Calling that now. Jadon Sancho, Bruno Fernandes, Fred, Martial. Listen to me. Martial, Rashford, Jadon Sancho, front three with Bruno and Pogba behind them. Oh!
Oh, wait. He still thinks he's going to keep Pogba?
Oh, no. Pogba's not going nowhere.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's going to go anywhere either.
Listen, when after summer we come back, we'll reconvene. We'll talk about it. If he leaves, you can roast me. I'll bring back Bagman. We didn't get to introduce you to Bagman, but I'll bring Bagman back. If he leaves, we'll do a segment with Bagman on. Exactly.
I've seen Bagman. I was kind of it was like first couple like clips that I saw, and I was like, "Why the fuck's this kid wearing a bag?" And I was like, "Oh, he's a United fan. That makes sense now." Okay.
Exactly. No, it was true though. I mean, at that time, it was I had to have a bag on my head.
No disrespect to United. Probably my most respected team in the Premier League. I call them the five fathers of football. It's like Bayern Munich, Barca, Real, Juventus, Manchester United. But I'm also a 94 baby, so that's all I really know is those teams dominating.
That's good. That's absolutely fair. And one more question for you. Where do you have Arsenal at on that list?
I like Arsenal. I mean, it's been rough ever since Thierry Henry left, in my humble opinion.
How long ago was that?
I did just watch them play against Tottenham when they had young Modric. They still had Van Persie. They had young Fabregas out there. So Arsenal's still up there for me. They got a ton of legends. I was always a Thierry Henry fan, Bergkamp and all them. So I think they're probably in my all-time top 4 for the Premier League. We'll give them fourth place, the Arsene Wenger spot. We'll give them fourth place.
Exactly. I really like Arsenal in the sense that I like to troll them as much as possible.
It's so easy. Like, I hate to say it, but it really is just so easy to do.
I think they're a big club.
Hey. We are a big club. It's just,
we're taking a break.
Papa Arsene, fucked us up, and I'm sorry for that. But he stayed on too long, and here we are now.
You don't disrespect your mans like that.
We have Ozil.
Oh yeah, Ozil. What does he? All right, never mind. I ain't gonna say nothing.
That's another Bale type one right there, where I'm just like, why? I mean, we could have shipped them off to China probably at some point, or I don't know where, but
Madrid Ozil is the best Ozil, hands down.
Mm-hmm.
Again, those days are long gone.
Yeah, but I still, they stick with me though.
Yeah, you got like the little aftertaste of Ozil when he put up like 20-some assists in one season.
Yeah,
you got to enjoy him for a little bit. That was the post-Madrid Ozil. You got the fumes.
Basically. Holy shit. But yeah, that man super dropped. It's sad, but that's what money. I guess that's what money does, right? Is that what the money does? Because look at Bale, he got money. Now he's just shit.
I mean,
Ozil got money.
I think it's
Cristiano Ronaldo.
I mean, yeah.
No, well, he's an anomaly. At this point.
That boy is a.
But if you look at all athletes, I mean, if the second they start getting paid big money, some of them just drop off, and then contract years come up, and all of a sudden they're balling again like they were when they were fucking ballers, and it's like
about the bread, man.
Where are you at, motherfucker? Get the fuck out of my team now.
Yo, you want Danny Ceballos?
I kind of do, but he doesn't want to be there.
What do you mean? Beginning of the season, Arsenal fans were so hype on this man. He loves Arsenal. He's Arsenal through and through. He's a gooner.
Arsenal there the same as Madrid. It's just as big as Madrid. I don't see the difference. You remember he was saying that shit?
Here's my thing is that he was brought in by and I'm forgetting my man's name now, who used to say good evening all the time.
You forgot?
Unai Emery? You already forgot.
That's how like far removed now he is from my brain. But he is an Emery guy, and I don't think he fits into what Arteta is doing at the club. So if he wants to go, he can go. I mean, he wants to end up at Real Betis, so
he's got to go. It's pretty much, are you guys going to pull the trigger or not? And I don't know how you guys are looking depth-wise in the midfield, and you already got defense to worry about too. I thought Ceballos might be a nice little cop for you guys.
I mean, I'd rather fix the defense rather than anything. To me, it's always defense. Doesn't matter. You could play the shittiest game in the world, but as long as your defense is there and you win 1-0, you dig it out. Give me that all fucking day. I don't give a fuck.
I got elite defenders, bro. David Luiz.
Fuck David Luiz at this point.
Double agent.
I was watching the game where Germany destroyed them, and him holding up Neymar's shirt like Neymar had died. I was just like, really?
David Luiz, bro.
Get them the fuck out.
What? Yeah, but what would you want on defense? Like, what would you like going into? I guess this imaginary transfer window that I don't even know if it's gonna happen or not.
Yeah, like, I want Koulibaly. That's what I want.
All right, realistically though,
but that's not gonna happen. Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Like you could have said Upamecano, which is also another like I don't know if you're getting him. You're gonna go over Koulibaly. You and Manchester City, who don't even have Champions League, you're both got your hopes really high.
But see, if City does get relegated, well, City is going to get relegated. I don't give a fuck. And if they don't get relegated, then at this point, I don't have any faith in the FA. But he has to go somewhere. So either he's going to end up at a Madrid, a Barca, a Juve, a Paris, or someone's just going to swoop in and say, hey, we want 130 for him. All right, here's 150. But I know Arsenal's not going to do that. So it's like, why? Why bother?
How do you feel about your young bull that's going to be coming back from loan, William Saliba?
I think he's good, but fuck. See, Arsenal to me just needs too much work, and I don't think keeping a Aubameyang will help. I would keep Lacazette. But I would keep Lacazette over him. That's just my opinion.
That's interesting. Are you playing just straight young bulls at the wings then, Pepe and Martinelli?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you only need one main striker, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, I mean,
you still have Nketiah.
Mm-hmm. So keep the young kids, let them ride. I mean, it was the Arsenal way before Arsene got there. It was just let the young kids just come in, let them get all their time. But Arsene came in, he wanted proven players all the time. He got his proven players, so that was that, and I guess that's just the downfall of Arsenal at this point. So, and then everyone leaving us and doing better in other teams at that.
Yeah, I try not to bring that up when I'm talking to Arsenal fans. So, like, anytime I mention Serge Gnabry, my co-host Tyler Bond, he's an Arsenal fan, and he's just like, "What could have been?" Every single time, "What could have been?" If I mention he scored, "What could have been?" I mean, y'all broke him. You didn't miss out on him. You did not use him right.
No, I mean that was a problem with a bunch of these players, and I forgot who came out and said it recently. One of the players who left right after Van Persie left, he saw Fabregas leave. He saw too many players leave, but the second he saw Van Persie leave, he was like, you know what? I have no faith in Arsenal.
Yeah.
Bye. And that was how I felt as well. Yeah, I'm going to stick with them, but why are we giving up the players that could win us a league or take us even farther? It's just no sense in it all. But now,
so do you honestly do you have hate towards Van Persie? Like, I know there's a lot of Arsenal fans that hate him, but do you blame him?
No, I don't blame him. No, same thing with Ashley Cole. I don't blame none of the players who ever left. They wanted more. They wanted better. You know what? If they're offering you more money and the club's not offering you money, go for it. Go greener pastures. I will never hate a player for up and leaving because the club doesn't want to pay you the money you're worth. But if you leave and you're getting paid and you're just doing it just to spite, well, then fuck you. What the fuck? You know what?
To be fair.
What if he would have went to Tottenham?
Oh, shit.
He would have won a Tottenham than that. That's the bigger slap in the face. I would burn everything Van Persie related.
He left to win the league, though. Things that y'all were not doing. You know exactly. What I'm saying? He just came and he was like, let me go get 20 for Man United right now. 20 times, Man United. Come on, man.
Bro, that over the shoulder lefty volley where it didn't even touch the ground.
One of the craziest seasons. That's probably one of the best goals of that whole season, bro. The hat trick against City, free kick at the death. Yo, he fucking tore that shit up. He dropped 30 goals that season. He's the whole reason we won the league that season, bro. Just a freaking monster.
I mean, Alex Ferguson knew it best as well. If you feed him the ball, he's gonna win you the damn league. And
that's what they said. That's what they said in the meetings. Like, yo, pass him the fucking ball, and that's it.
And that's all Arsenal had to do. All they had to do was build a team around him. It didn't matter about your defense. Well, yeah, it didn't matter defense, but still, you get okay defenders. You get the right people around Van Persie to feed him the ball. Brilliant. You win a league or two, probably. But at this
did
point,
you just leave and come back so that you'd be next to me in the chat?
No.
Oh, okay. I believe you. I actually have another question for you guys. So this came up on Twitter, and it was, in their primes, who do you think had the better career? And they said Thierry Henry or Wayne Rooney. So I got Manchester United, I got Arsenal. I'm looking forward to it. Just I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about that.
Do you want me to go first?
Go, Justin.
This is tough for me. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Thierry Henry is probably one of the greatest players of all time, maybe top 5, top 10. And this is not me being biased. I'm going. He asked for it. You said in the Premier League, right? I'm going.
Sure.
No, I'm going Wayne Rooney, bro. I'm going to go Wayne Rooney. I'm going to tell you why. Because this leads into facts. He's the all-time leading goal scorer at Man United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, definitely one of the biggest top 3 clubs in the entire planet, right? All-time leading scorer. He's got like 5 Premier Leagues, 2 FA Cups, Europa League, Golden Boot. What else? Did I say? Oh, Champions League. I'm sorry. Champions League, and he's England's all-time leading scorer as well. Didn't win shit with England, but whatever, it doesn't matter. If you're asking me in their prime, oh man, I'm gonna take heat, but yeah, I'm going with Waza, bro. El Bulldog.
All right, Sal, what do you got for me?
As much as I love Henry, I'm with Justin. I mean, Wayne Rooney was just. And there's no denying. I mean, yeah, for everything that Henry did, it was great. How many titles did we win compared to how many did Wayne win at the same time? Yes, we have an invincible season.
Okay.
Yes, we have an invincible season. I'm not gonna take that away. But that invincible season, I would trade it in for 2 or 3 titles.
Okay.
And that's true. And the Champions League title. I would trade in that invincible league season to beat Barcelona and win that damn Champions League. Because that was just, I don't know what Jans was doing. I don't know what the fuck the referee was seeing, but
UEFA.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was bad.
All I heard was beat Barcelona, and I think I blacked out for a second.
Yeah.
I'm with you guys on that, though. I was kind of torn just because I was just like, yeah, but like 9 times out of 10, I would rather have Thierry Henry on my team than Wayne Rooney. But like, then they said influential. So I was kind of like, well, I mean, shit, you can't not say Wayne Rooney. But also Thierry Henry is regarded as one of the greatest strikers in Premier League history, possibly ever across all football, like you said. So I don't know.
If you do a Premier League top 11 since the Premier League was founded, both of them are in it. Straight up. But I mean, can you replace Henry with another striker?
I think what we should do? You know what we should do now that he said that? I think you and me, Sa, we should come up with a all Premier League 11. No, let's do this. Let's do the Manchester United greats and Arsenal greats combined against
Real Madrid
11 all time. Let's see if we can
Wouldn't
put
even be close.
Together.
We would smoke you guys.
No. We could probably put a team together that could compete.
Yeah, throw Chelsea on that list, throw Liverpool on that list too. You don't need some more guns.
No, we're good.
Check it out. We already talked about it, but
oh yeah, we did talk about that. But basically, we're cool with Belgium doing what they did as long as the other leagues do a whole lot of different shit, like Liverpool not winning the league.
Yeah, that's the main topic, basically. Yeah.
I feel like it came across as like, who really cares about Belgium? Because it's going to be Ghent or Bruges either way.
Right. But
I'm not cool with just ending the league because I want to see some playoffs, like we said before. I want to see Madrid and Barcelona go at it. I want to see Inter and Lazio and Juventus go at it. Like I just want to see that go down.
And that's perfectly fair as long as they do that over there, and then Premier League just voids their shit.
Yeah, cancel the Premier League.
You could do it with the Premier League because City are still a stone's throw away. You can kind of say it, but it's like, what's the better?
That's a fucking long throw.
I mean.
Hold on.
You would have to have Liverpool basically bottle it for the rest of the games that were.
Before we get too far off this, I just want to touch on this. This is an incredible name, Days Before Bacon. Shout out to this guy, Days Before Bacon.
Those are some dark days before bacon.
Quality name. So shout out to Days Before Bacon. But yeah, anyway, so what were we saying before that though?
Manchester United and our Arsenal. I mean, we'd smoke these guys down here easily.
Raul and Ronaldo up top, and good luck matching that.
We could put Ronaldo up top.
We could put Ronaldo. That's what I'm about to say. So let's
got young BS Ronaldo. We got 4-time Ballon d'Or Ronaldo.
Young BS Ronaldo?
Yeah, young BS Ronaldo.
Oh my God!
Let's look at the goal and trophy count between Madrid and Manchester United for Ronaldo.
But that's because y'all came right when that boy was freaking turning.
Oh, why did he want to leave? I thought he was at the best team.
He always wanted to play for Madrid. That had nothing to do with it.
Like everybody else. That makes sense.
That's fair. I mean, hey, and he cleared it. So I mean, but he won. Hey, he won Champions League. He won 3 Premier Leagues with us. So how many leagues did he win with Madrid?
2.
Woo! 2. So we got you beat there. Anyway, so here let's start the all 11. Let's start the all 11. Okay, so Sal, let's agree for. Let's start. You want to start at the back and then
center backs.
Okay, so
they're gonna need way more time than we are. That's
no. I put Rio Ferdinand.
Cannavaro, Ramos,
and Vieira.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
I was gonna say.
Okay, so Rio Ferdinand and Patrick Vieira, the 2 center backs.
Vieira's playing center back.
Is he playing center back?
No. Put Rio Ferdinand and.
I like Vidic. I was a big Vidic guy.
I know they're. I mean, me too. I like Vidic. I mean, I wanted to put an Arsenal dude back there.
No. We could put 2 United dudes because I trust the United.
I bet. Exactly. Arsenal never had a defense, so let's go with greatest center back Premier League pairing in all time: Vidic, Ferdinand, the 2 center backs.
On the left, I put Ashley Young.
Ashley Young?
No. Ashley Cole.
I was about to say, Jesus.
What the fuck is wrong with me?
Oh, God, no.
I was about to say, this just took a crazy.
I was about to say
Phil Jones right now.
Trying to get us smoked out here. Okay. All right, so we got Ashley Cole on the left, Ferdinand, Vidic. Who's our goalie?
Schmeichel? Lehman?
Lehman. I would say Lehman.
I'd give him Lehman just because it's going to be United heavy and you know it.
Van der Sar, though. All right, fine.
Yeah, Van der Sar, shit.
All right, fine. You want to take the goalie?
Maybe Iker Casillas, I don't care either way.
Take the right back, too. Take the right back, dude, because I'm about to turn up in midfield.
Take the right back?
Midfield. Zinedine Zidane.
What formation are we running, Sal?
See, I could put 3 center backs back there. Because I trust Cole, Ferdinand. Yeah. Let's put 3 center backs back there. Let's put 3.
Should we just run 3 attackers and just run all over them then?
So, okay, you want to do 3? Because I don't know if you want to play 3 at the back against Madrid all 11.
Because then I could put Vieira.
Okay.
Who's playing on left back though?
No, they're going 3 in the back now.
No. We're debating the 3.
We're debating. You know what? You guys already know, so you guys go first.
Yeah. It's not even that I know. It's just that we have so many names I can just throw off the top of my head. Like Roberto Carlos, Ramos, Cannavaro, and it doesn't matter. Shit, you can throw Arbeloa back there. I don't care who the hell's our right back.
I would take Michel Salgado.
There you go. Our defense is done already.
Okay. Casillas in goal. Done.
The real problem is picking the midfield just because there's so many options.
Yeah,
you gotta throw Zizou in there. And you could throw Modric, Ballon d'Or in there. Toni Kroos, most accurate passer. Yeah. We have no defense then, but
all right, let's run 4-4-2. 4-4-2, so
4-4-2.
Yeah.
All right. Because see,
How about we just have
I'll
a
put Sol
diamond
Campbell.
with
I'll put Sol Campbell on the right.
Casemiro, Kroos and Modric, and Zidane up top?
I'm fine with that also.
Okay.
And then we'll go
Yeah.
Raul Ronaldo, and then we're done.
And we're done.
Any of that. Listen. All right. So we're gonna have.
Our bench is also loaded.
Yeah.
All right. So what was it? Where are we at right now? So
we'll put Sol Campbell on the right.
Okay.
We'll put Cole on the left.
Okay.
And then we'll put the United back line,
Yeah.
the center backs.
All right, man. And the goalie?
I'll put Van der Sar. Yeah, I'll put Van der Sar.
Okay. Yeah,
I trust Van der Sar more.
Sorry. All right. So then we go into
the midfield.
Yeah, I'm about to get crazy because we're doing 4-4-2, right? I'm gonna
4-4-2.
I want Beckham on the left, and I want Cristiano Ronaldo on the right.
All right, fuck Giggs, I guess.
Hold on. Well, yeah,
right.
you gotta get left out because I need it back.
I need Vieira
and Paul Scholes.
Defensive mid. And who do I want next to Vieira?
If you don't put Paul Scholes in there, I'm gonna feel disrespected for him.
It has to be Paul
Scholes. Yeah,
it has to be Paul Scholes.
Paul Scholes. Yeah.
So boom, and then up top, Rooney and Henry.
Yeah. Easy.
Then we got Cantona on the bench with
Rude Boy,
Van Nistelrooy.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even start Van
Persie.
We can use Van Nistelrooy too.
Yeah, you can use Cristiano against us anyway. Either way, listen, man, that team we just put out, we win that game 3-2. So
all right, well, that's a bold-faced lie. So what you're gonna do here to get this really jumping is you put both teams up, and then you throw a poll up, and then you talk about it again next week.
That's exactly what
we'll do it.
We run it on FIFA.
Yeah, and then
simulate it on FIFA if you're really feeling it.
Yeah, definitely.
That's a lot of you're gonna have to go back and like download different rosters and shit to get the icons.
Speaking of gaming again, meet me in the gulag and in the quarantine. Xbox players, if you're on the Xbox, if you're on that Modern Warfare, drop your gamer tag on the Twitter handle at FieldTalk_. Meet me in the gulag. Meet me on the FIFA pitch. Meet me on Animal Crossing, even though I don't have it, but that's what I see y'all playing. Yeah.
So are you scared of the PlayStation players though?
Nah, I just have my PlayStation for like all my solo. You got you on the all my solo games I play on the PS4 though. I don't have anybody that plays PS4 online, so it's like no point for me. That's why I have it on Xbox. I have all that shit, but I do get down on PS4 though one time.
If you got FIFA and you want to get into some pro clubs, let me know about PS4.
Damn, that boy's on pro clubs on the PS4, bro. See if he was on the box.
I'm getting the PS5. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah, same. For sure. Yeah, we definitely need to do a poll on that all 11 though.
Yep.
And post it. Okay.
We'll definitely win that one.
Bro.
Yeah.
Young Legs said we had a young BS Ronaldo. That
just baffled me at this point.
Compared to the real Ronaldo, the Real Ronaldo, yeah, you had the young BS one.
Bro, we made that Real Ronaldo.
Without Alex Ferguson,
Fergie, yo, wouldn't even got that cat. That boy knew he had to go to Man U before he was gonna go to Madrid. He won everything.
Because he wasn't good enough to play for Madrid. Yeah, that's why I had to go to the little club first.
Hey, I'll defend my Premier League clubs all day, and I'm like, ooh, no.
So he called us a little club. That's crazy. I think we gotta end it. We gotta end. All right. I got some plants over there that I need to tend to.
All right, so we're definitely gonna put this on Twitter. Definitely gonna take the dub on this one. I don't know what to say, but yeah. So we'll reconvene next week, and we'll talk about how we took the dub. How about that? But for those that are watching this after the record, thank you for watching. Young Leg, thank you for being the first time guest on Field Talk. It was a pleasure having you, and you're always welcome to come back. Sal, thanks for making it, even though you were a little bit late, and just with the little club over there. Thank you for being here as well.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, don't let that stick. I got respect for United. Don't let that stick. You got me hot. I'll throw some remarks out. That doesn't mean that's what I believe in. I'm just throwing them out.
Listen. Everybody out there knows what here goes South super trolling. You should be booted out for that. I'm pointing in the wrong direction. But listen, follow us. Follow at FieldTalk _Benzi, at South Talk Soccer, at FieldTalk _. Follow the boy at A Young Leg on Twitter. 2 Foot Talk in the building as well. Follow us on the Twitter machine at FieldTalk Pod, I believe, and on Instagram, FieldTalk _. We are out here. Content 2020. Thank you, Young Leg, for showing up.
Thanks for having me. Content doesn't sleep, baby.
Damn right.
So, yeah, everybody, like, subscribe, and we will see you guys on the next one. Deuces.
Peace.